Hi guys, welcome to this video by Films PLC. Alright guys, so we've brought out a solution or a product that we haven't fully launched and it's actually in the pilot phase, and this is actually just a light edition of the solution. And if you are an organization that is into debit and credit or in any way of processing money or processing payment, there are times that it's not all the time that your transactions are going to be successful due to systems or reasons beyond that. Some transactions will definitely fail. If it doesn't fail on your end, it will fail at the customer's end. So if you're a customer and probably you're the type of person that goes with digital solutions, you've probably encountered issues like your transaction wasn't successful. And what makes it frustrating as a customer is when the issue that you have encountered, you still have to address it by facing those institutions or organizations that are fully responsible for the platform that they produce. So you have to make a call to support, and you have to be in some long queues, or please hold. You are now the fourth person in the queue. Your concern will soon be addressed. You'll be in the queue for more than an hour. Sometimes you never even get addressed. And sometimes they promise you that we'll get back to you, and it can take more than 2 weeks to even get back to you. So it's very frustrating if you are using those platforms to handle your day-to-day activities. So the solution we have here, mainly meant for organization, is to help them to monitor field transactions that are actually moving in and out of their system. And what we did here is that currently we are studying field transaction on mobile money. So mobile money is our use case on which this pilot solution has been developed. So what we want to do now is that we want to look at how the solution works, how it's going to help organizations to be able to solve some of these issues in real time, because you do not want to be an organization that you bring a product, you promise your customers that this and this is what the product will do, but it turns out that the product does not even meet like 70 to 90% of what you are promising. So the field transaction monitoring suite comes in three folds. So we have this part that is actually going to, or I would say the part, but the model or the solution or that piece of code or um, that software that's going to actually fetch for all field transactions. So it's in three folds. We have the agent that does the monitoring or that looks for fetches for the field transactions. We have the monitor bit of it. We also have the real-time notification bit of it. So the monitor bit of it is what shows as a single view. That's the final product. But the agent that does the background process of actually fetching for your field transactions too is very key. So you may have a transactions off platform or not on the same platform that the monitoring agent does. But the monitoring agent is able to go into those services and those applications and get all those field transactions. Then when it gets that, it's able to classify them based on failure type policies. And with that, we are able to do some form of full single view display on the monitor. And the alerting part is real-time notifications that are being pushed to Slack or pushed to channels that are designated as notification services. It could be SMS, it could be emails, it could be Slack, it could be Teams. The emphasis here is that so that support units can actually see the transactions happening in real time. So if you're receiving notifications on Teams and you're a support person, it makes your work easier because you can actually know the customer you have to call or you have to initiate any other process. But if you have find yourself that you don't have that, it sometimes becomes very difficult. So the monitor just gives you a single view, and you can actually see all transactions that are filled for today in a 4 hour window and another time frame. So we have a aggregation strategy of using time to do that. So that's the bit of the solution. So let's just go into the demo and see how it works. This is just the light edition. So in the Plus edition, you want to fetch transactions from different application services and channels. You want to fetch transactions from ATMs, transactions from POS, transactions from web interfaces, transactions from mobile interfaces, transactions from card transactions, wherever transactions are moving to and fro, we want to make sure that we're able to monitor them. So that's what we do in our Plus edition. The Lite edition is just a mobile money use case. So let's just go straight into the film and let's just look into it.